All right, we are all set for the third episode of Women's Cricket Zone Quiz, hashtag WCZ Quiz. And it's the contestant today that we have with us is Harshitha Sai from Andhra. Welcome, Harshitha, to the show.
Thank
How are you?
Yeah, I'm fine. How are you?
I'm good. So tell us a bit more about yourself. What do you do? We know you follow women's cricket, you follow cricket. What else do you do apart from that?
My name is Sai Harshitha. I'm from Andhra Pradesh and near to Vijayawada. And I love to watch cricket because it is more emotional game. Every ball, every wicket, everything is an emotional game. Depends on emotional, angry, completely emotional. So that's the reason to what I love to watch cricket. Before the 2007, I don't know. Women's also in cricket. I'm trying to so much, but I don't know completely. But when broadcasted women's tele matches also in 17, lot
Mhm.
of I don't know women's cricket was also same excitement. How much excitement! Every ball is like so much excitement. So after 2017, happy to watch, love to watch every matches I follow. In case I have any classes or any doing any job, so secretly use my phone in class also in matches.
Don't reveal it all here, you will be in trouble. But you talked about cricket being an emotional sport. It's fans like you who had that emotion to the sport. It's okay. Let me explain the rules to you. 10 questions will come your way. And it's always interesting to win something. So here's what you stand to win. If you answer 3 questions correctly, you have the on the run hamper to be won. If you answer 5 correctly, you have an Herbie hamper to be won. Of course, you don't lose the on the run hamper, so you kind of accumulate these awards. If you answer 8 correctly, in addition to the 2 hampers, you get the Women's Cricket Zone magazine, the latest issue. Lastly, if you answer all 10 correctly, remember no one has yet done that on our show. You answer all that, you have a signed miniature bat to be won in addition to the 3 awards that I mentioned. So, what's your target? We always at the toss, the captains are asked, what's the target? What's your target, Harshita, from this quiz? 10 questions coming your way. What's your target?
Complete 10 questions.
And your winning targets is what I meant.
Yeah, I will try it completely, 100%.
All right, are you set to play the Women's Cricket Zone quiz powered by On the Run and Herbie?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, question number 1 coming your way. It's a normal question. Against which team did India register their first test victory? Do you know the answer or you need options?
Give me the options.
All right, here are the options. Is it New Zealand? Is it England? Or is it West Indies?
England.
Are you sure? New Zealand, England, West Indies.
England.
England, says Harshita. The answer, as it turns out, is West Indies, against whom India won in 1976 under the captaincy of Shanta Rangaswamy. So you're not off to the best of starts, but there are 9 other questions coming your way. Here's number 2. Who is the leading wicket taker for England in T20Is? You need options.
Yeah.
Is it Catherine Brunt? Is it Daniel Hazel? Or is it Anya Shrubsole? Leading wicket taker for England in T20Is. Brunt, Hazel or Shrubsole?
Subshul.
Harshita, you said Shrubsole. If you had said Catherine Brunt, she had 89 wickets. If you had said Daniel Hazel, she has 85 wickets. But you said Anya Shrubsole, who has 102 wickets, which is absolutely correct. The leading wicket taker for England in T20Is. All right, you got one right. And for those of you watching, if you missed out getting onto the live episode, don't worry, don't get disheartened. You can still answer these questions in the comment section, and always we have another episode for you to get in. So just don't miss out on the fun. Continue playing, answer in the comment section. But Harshita here has one right in her two questions. So good start, Harshita. You are kind of inching closer to the hampers that are there to be won. Number 3 coming your way. Who has led Sri Lanka the most number of times in ODIs? Your options: is it Chamari Atapattu? Is it Sashikala Sirivardhane? Or is it Rasanjali Chandima Selva?
Shashikala
Most
Sirivardhane.
number of times. That was really quick. It seems that you know the answer because that is the correct answer. 2 out of 3, Harshita. That's right. Sashikala Sirivardhane. It is 58 times she's led Sri Lanka in ODIs. Good going. Tell me, do you have any favorite match that you remember? Your memorable match? Is there something like that?
I didn't understand. Your voice
Your
is
memorable match? Yeah. I'm asking. Do you have a memorable cricket match that you watched or you remember it from ball one to ball end?
yeah. Hamramjit Kaur innings against Australia semi-finals 2017 World Cup.
Right. We are playing the Women's Cricket Zone quiz powered by On the Run and Herbie. Harshita is with us. 3 questions gone. She's answered 2 correct. One more you answer correctly, you will get the On the Run hamper. Are you ready, Harshita?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Question number 4 on your screen. It's a graphical one. Which of these eyes represent the player? Can you recognize the player?
Yeah. Mm, B.
Which eyes belong to the player?
B option.
You say option B.
Yeah.
Right, let me ask the computer if that is the correct answer. What is the correct answer? Option B says Harshita. Option B it is. You know who's the player?
Mm, I don't know completed name. Remember.
It's
I know
it's
play.
it's perfectly fine because the answer is correct. You win. You have answered 3 correctly. The on the run hamper is yours. Just take a diary and note it down. What things you are winning, because this is the first of them. 3 out of 4. Beth Mooney was the player, so B was the right answer. Let's
That's
move
another
forward. Yeah. Question 5 coming your way. Who was the leading run scorer in the 2013 Women's World Cup? Your options: Stephanie Taylor, Rachel Haynes, or Susie Bates.
Susie Bates.
Leading run scorer in 2013 Women's World Cup, Susie Bates. Is that your final answer, Harshita?
Yeah.
Right, for those who have answered, here it is. Susie Bates says Harshita. The options were Stephanie Taylor and Rachel Haynes. Apart from Bates, Bates is the correct answer with 407 runs. She was the leading run scorer. Tell me, Harshita, was this a guess or did you know the answer?
No, I guess all. I don't know completely.
Right, 4 out of 5. That is correct. Let's move on to the 6th question. If you get this right, the Herbie hamper will also be yours. Here is the graphical question. Look at this player. It's a shadow. Who is the player? Harshita playing the Women's Cricket Zone quiz powered by On the Run and Herbie. Question number 6 is this. Who is the player? Is that your answer? Are you asking me?
Yeah, Jemima Rodriguez. My answer.
That's a very confident answer, just like Jemima Rodriguez shot on that occasion. That is absolutely correct. 5 questions right out of 6. Did you know the image or was it a guess based on the shot position?
Yeah, actually, Jemima is maximally there. Usually day shots. I know so
Right.
many more shots. I remember that.
Wonderful. It's time to get that diary out and just note it down because you won on the run hamper as well as the Herbie hamper. 6 questions we've asked you. You've answered 5 correctly. The miniature bat has gone out of question, but there is the magazine to be won. 3 more is what you need. 4 questions you have in hand. Are you ready for the question number 7, Harshita?
I'm ready.
Here we go then. Who has taken the most number of wickets for Australia in ODIs? The leading wicket taker. Do you want options or you know the answer?
Elisa Perry.
I'll give you the options. Your options are
Yeah.
for the leading wicket taker in ODIs for Australia, Ellis Perry, Lisa Sthalekar, or Catherine Fitzpatrick.
Elisa Perry.
Are you sure, Harshita?
Yeah. I'm.
Ellis Perry says Harshita. Ellis Perry has 152 ODI wickets to her name. Lisa Sthalekar has 146 to her name. But Catherine Fitzpatrick has 180 to her name. So she is the leading wicket taker for Australia in ODIs. You got this one wrong, Harshita. Never mind. You still have answered 5 out of 7. You have 3 questions to go. 3. If you answer, you get the magazine to you for you. Question number 8 coming your way. It's a graphical one. Who is this player? Can you guess this player, Harshita?
Don't know.
Are you going to take a guess or is don't know your final answer?
Girls. Boys.
Question 8. You've answered 5 correctly so far. What's your final answer for this one?
Don't know.
Don't know, says Harshita. Your previous answer was Ellis Perry. Had you repeated the answer, you would have got one to your tally. This was Ellis Perry, in fact. So 5 out of 8. Last 2 questions coming your way. Did you have an idea that she could be that, or did you kind of guess the country?
Australia.
But did you kind of guess it before, or you were clueless?
Yeah, no, Jersey. I remember that is Australia's jersey, but
Right.
remember.
Some tricky questions have to be your way, right? You can't win everything, can you? 5 out of 8. Last 2 questions coming your way. Question number 9. It's about T20s and it's about West Indies. How many times have West Indies made it to the semis of the T20 World Cup? You want options?
Yeah.
Or do you know them?
Options, please.
Here are your options: 5, 4, and 2. West Indies making to the semi-finals of the T20 World Cup. 5 times, 4 times, or 2 times. You can
4
count
times.
it loud. You can count it loud. Which 4 do you think?
4 times.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Which 4 were you thinking? Which 4 years? Which 4 editions of the T20 World Cup?
Don't know.
Okay. West Indies made the semis in 2010, 2012, 2014, 2016, and 2018. So that makes it 5 times, not 4. It's easy being a quiz master because I have the answer and it seems that I know everything, but that's not the case. But 5 times West Indies made it to the semis. You answered 5 correctly. You won 2 hampers so far. The on the run hamper as well as the Herbie hamper. Here's the last question for this episode coming your way. Who's played the most T20Is for Pakistan? You want options or you know the answer?
Options.
Here are the options. Bisma Maroof, Sana Mir or Nida Dar?
Your voice is trouble, not audible. Clarity, no clarity.
Is it Bisma Maroof? Is it Sana Mir or is it Nida Dar? The most number of T20Is for Pakistan.
Bisma Maroof.
Are you sure, Harshita?
Yeah, Bisma Maroof.
Bisma Maroof, says Harshita. And the last question of this episode of Women's Cricket Zone Quiz, powered by On the Run and Herbie. Bisma Maroof has played 108 T20Is. Sana Mir has 106, while Nida Dar has 102. So you get that one right. It is Bisma Maroof with 108 matches to her name. That's nice. 6 out of 10, not bad. So let's kind of recalibrate. What were your thoughts? What was your target, and how do you think you have performed in this episode?
I think it's good. Maximum of the I don't know completely, but I think it's good in cricket.
6 out of 10. Are you happy with the result? You have 2 hampers. Forget the right answers and the wrong answers. You won 2 hampers. Is that enough?
Yeah, that's great. I'm happy.
All right. Thank you, Harshita, for playing the Women's Cricket Zone Quiz, powered by On the Run and Herbie. Thanks for supporting us. Thanks for following the game, and keep following, and hopefully many more things to be won next time. For all those who are watching, remember it's a weekly thing. We put out questions on one day of the week on our social handles. Remember to get there fast and answer it first, and stand a chance to play with us live on some of the days. We'll always put it out in advance, but don't kind of stop playing even if you aren't on the episode. But this was episode 3. We had Harshita with us, getting 6 answers right. She's won the On the Run as well as the Herbie hamper. Many more things to be won, many more episodes coming your way. Thanks for joining us this time. Keep watching Women's Cricket Zone everywhere. Thank you. Signing off.